All right, I am back. I had a funny experience going to walk my dog. It's fucking hilarious. Apparently there's something in the water in my area that makes people want to have sex. Like really loud and in front of everyone. It's hilarious. Anyways, here we go.
Going to have a mess to clean up here.
Oh, there's that guy.
Maybe in the far future.
So there was the other guy.
Hold on.
Think of the children.
There's that guy.
They will panic like hell.
Such a great, so promising. Seems like we're ignoring the risk. Not the most interesting. Prioritize the environment, not this.
Oh, there's more guys? Oh, fuck. These fucking guys on top. Holy shit. Man, when the hell did I save? Oh, fuck, I saved this one like really far.
Tag on that.
Copy that. Confirm.
Eyes on negative assets. Right.
All right. Sean York from Terry Rollins. Crates, not crates. Around, down on dungeon. The brown character spared no expenses. Anyways, mind popping, blown, give it blah, blah, blah. Okay. Alright, so I'm up to... 9 out of 11.
I even had tickets to the space resort.
Fuck, there's that one guy. Where the fuck is the other guy? Oh, he's there.
Moving to low.
There's no way of fucking moving the other one out, though.
Hey. Never heard.
It's the guy in the fucking toilets.
Would you like a drink, sir?
No need to worry about security, sir. We have it covered.
Come here.
Just enjoy the party, sir. We'll take care of everything.
Fuck. Okay, let's save. See what I can do. All right, so I missed the freaking device. Fuck. I wish I could have done it, but anyways. Now it's 21:41, so this is where Okay, so I did save.
All right, Mac. I took care of all enemy units in the reception hall. The place is clear.
Copy that.
Moving into the catering area now.
Economies are only just starting to recuperate. Leave me alone, please!
All right.
I'll be honest, I'm not convinced.
Where the fuck are the... Really? You missed that?
That can't be denied. Some people call this project an artificial utopia, but for that I say you can't have
Fuck. Let's go up. Oh, this is the beginning. All right. Yeah, okay. So where the fuck was the thing I went to before? Was it this one? Okay.
All right, Miller, McCready. I'm inside catering.
Jensen, I think my comms might still be fucked after that stairwell explosion. Are you getting anything from Miller?
Negative. Miller, you hearing us?
Jesus Christ, this whole fucking building's gone daffy. Wouldn't be surprised if it's in the air. Well, look, I can read you fine, so just keep me posted.
Oh, okay, that was the hallway. Okay. So I'm gonna take him, put him here. Or not. No. Come on, fuck. Thank you. I think I didn't actually, I don't think I actually missed the, oh, fuck. I don't think I actually missed the, Doomsday device. Come on. Alright, there's a place over there. Okay, so there's nothing there. I'll take that. I don't remember if you pick up the, oh, there's things here too. If you picked up the triangles in previous playthroughs, if you see them again... Sean York from Terry Rawlings. Champagne is here. Sean, the crates. Okay, I read this already. They just got lazy at this point. They just repeated the messages. Although, I have to admit, it's not completely bonkers. How do you get into this security fucking thing? So did I miss anything here? Yes, I did apparently. Oh yeah, the pistol, which is fine, and that it's fine. Alright, let's see where this leads. Probably to the next room. So, okay, I have to go in there.
I'll check that out. Copy.
I'm pretty sure it's in this hallway, but I'm not sure. I'll go do a check again after. I thought it was in this. I thought it was here, but it's not. Which I didn't find it. Okay, so what does this guy have to do? Excellent, run ETA, 12 hours, be ready. Old Blue Eye to Roland Gallo. Victor arrived at undetected. Delivery from the Valley on site as expected. Delivery of champagne on site as expected. Set up remote command terminal and storage. Advanced team. Yada yada yada. Excellent work. Roland, I've set terminal. Okay, whatever. Excuse me.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access granted.
Let me go back. So I have to go in there. I remember it's in somewhere like this.
Miller. Creedy. Miller's hurt. Bad. I need backup in the catering area.
Jensen, Christ.
Don't try to move, Jim. Help should be on its way soon.
No. No. Forget about me. You've got to find Brown. Warn him. The gold mask. They poisoned the champagne. Send it to meeting rooms. Beyond the reception hall. Oh, I tried to stop her. But I ended up here.
Creedy. The Orchid is in play. We need to...
You should be dead, Adam Jensen. Instead, you show up here with your comrades in tow, forcing me to adapt to the situation.
So poisoning Brown and the delegates, that's your plan B? Sorry, brother, it's not gonna work.
You only see a piece of the picture. Maybe you can save those rich bastards. Maybe in some grand hypothetical future, doing so will erase the damage that has been done, restoring liberty and balance, improving the lives of millions of augmented people like us. But tonight, because of you, hundreds of men, women and children must be sacrificed. Because of your interference, I had to place explosives in the residential towers across the way. I can send a detonation signal at any time. But if you come to the exhibition hall right now, maybe I won't have to. We can avoid another unnecessary tragedy, brother. Provided you don't take too long to reach me.
McCready, the bombs.
I heard. I don't know if I'll find him in time, but I'm already on it. Fucking hell!
Shit.
You've got to stop this psycho, Jensen.
Gino's throwing a curveball. You'll blow up the residential tower surrounding the Apex Center, sacrificing hundreds of lives if you don't face him immediately in the exhibition hall. Brown has meeting with members in the UN Security Council behind closed doors tonight. I need him in minute.
Go on, Jensen. Get a move on.
Just hang on, Miller. I'll find...
No time. Or force me to drink. Too late for me, Jensen, but you... There's still time to save the others.
Jim, I'm sorry.
No. This isn't on you. Understand? You're a good agent. Wait.
Save your strength.
No. Listen. That's not what I wanted to say. What I mean to say is... You're a good man, Adam. Even when I doubted, I always knew.
No, nothing yet. It should be... Copy that. Mark, go. Target's here! Move on target! Moving up!
All right. Well, that's useful. Yeah, give me a second. Alright, so let's get out of here. Kinda have to... Alright. I fucked up one thing over here and I don't know what it is.
Access granted.
Moving in! Hold here, over! Taking casualties! Attacking! Setting up shop, copy! Come on! Target negative. Copy and secure. Hey, all clean, moving. Roger. Load your backpack. Mark is good. Next mark. Negative. Taking position. Negative here. Moving in. Box rolling. Copy. Time to wrap things up. Holding it back there. Copy. Taking position. Box rolling. Copy. Marking mark.
Too bad you can't wear the too bad you can't wear the mask. 'Cause that'd be good. Anyways, we will see how that goes. Alright. So there's no one, yeah, there's no one on this level, so I am safe for now.
Copy that. Won't be there. Confirm.
Now, how do I go up there without raising suspicion?
Target positive. Get over here.
Hey, Brovo 1 Alpha. How's it going? And thank you for the raid. I think that was a raid. Yes, that was a raid. Thank you for the raid. How you doing? And welcome to Bravo 1 Alpha. Thank you for your viewers. Hope that you guys are having a wonderful Friday night with your favorite beverage. Oh, nice. Yeah, I played DX1 a few years ago. I would have to play it again. But the next time I play it, I want to play it on revision. But that game has so many problems, though. So yeah, I'm towards the end of the game for this one. Before I started playing Deus Ex Mankind Divided, I was thinking of playing Human Revolution, but oh. What's in these rooms now? It's not too bad. I'm not really going in a stealthy fashion, so it shouldn't be too bad. Where am I going? Is there another one? No, okay.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiate. Access granted.
Yeah, I already did playthroughs with stealthy. I already got the pacifist achievement. This is not the first time I played it. I played it like numerous times. This is the second time streaming it, and this time I did Game Plus when I started playing the game again. So I love. You know what? I know a lot of people gave Mankind Divided poop when it came out. Bugs withstanding. In terms of story, it wasn't as good as Human Revolution. I actually really like the gameplay of Mankind Divided. Did it feel as rewarding as, let's say, the original DX or Deus Ex or Human Revolution? No, but it was still a fun experience, though. There's missions that I love more than others, that's for sure, but I really liked it, to be honest. And so the first time I played on my Xbox One, and the loading times were atrocious. So this time I'm playing it on my Series X, and yeah, it's actually, I'll be honest, other than a few, you know what, it has. I think if they would have if they would have taken an extra year. And also the DLC, like the DLCs are the two extremes of each other. There's one that's really, really good, and there's one that's the System Rift looks like it's a side mission from the main story. They took it just to make a DLC out of it. And then Criminal Past is fantastic. It's what a DLC should be. It gives you a bit of backstory in terms of Jensen, how he got into TF-29. It has its own feel to it, and also. What doesn't make sense is the System Rift is in the middle of the game, and they strip you of your augments, which make no sense. It's like, okay, whatever, you get through it, but it makes it a lot harder. Whereas the Criminal Past, they do the same thing, but it makes sense. You're going into a prison, they block your augments. They block your augments, which makes that makes sense, and it actually gives you a way out. There's a way of getting out and getting back your augments, right? So Yeah, those two were complete opposite. Because System Rift, if I remember correctly, came out first, and I was very, very disappointed in it. And A Criminal Past came out second, and that one I was really, really impressed with. Meeting room 107. Miss Sorensen, we have set aside this room as per your request. If you have any questions or concerns, please don't hesitate to contact me directly. Thanks, Don McGowan, Site Administrator, Apex Center. Missing laptop computers. Don McGowan, Apex Center. There are many guests here this evening, including several members of the United Nations. One of the UK ambassador's aides has reported a missing computer. If anyone finds it, please contact me directly. Yeah, because, because we lose laptops wherever we go. Fantastic. It's so stupid. Oh, thank you so much. Really appreciate it. Yeah, for some reason my alerts are not working, or my Streamlab monitor thing is not working. So yeah, thank you for the lurk. Really appreciate it, and thanks for passing by. In case you're interested, I know you're getting food, but if you're interested, I play single player games usually during the week, and I try to play a retro game on the weekend when I do stream on the weekend. It's been pretty well, and then lately, I've been lazy on weekends. I see Kenny starting to stream, and then I'm like, yeah, I have to turn on all my stuff to stream, and I'm like, I'm too lazy now, so I just put on Kenny and I just watch him. He's better entertainment than 90% of what's on TV nowadays. Just an update for everyone. We are aware of the problem and are looking into it now. The network should be a normal speed for new minutes. Okay, whatever. This did absolutely nothing to add to the story. This laptop was completely useless, sorry. And apparently there's... What the fuck is this? Well, from all the people that I follow, you're the one that I follow, that I watch. To be fair, I kind of got used to you streaming on the weekend. I know you didn't do it on Sunday for reasons. But in general, on weekends, I like watching you. My wife actually... Are you watching that guy again on Twitch? I'm like, yeah. And yes, it is true that the bar for television is extremely low. Yeah, she used to do... there's two people she knows that I watch. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. There were two streamers that she knows I used to watch all the time. There was Brovo 1 Alpha, you followed. Thank you so much for the follow. There was Wasteland Ruckus that she used to know I used to follow. Because of her cat stories. She used to talk stories about her cat. It just happened that she knew. And then there's you, where I think... What did she... Oh, I started laughing out loud at something. I forget what it was. I think it was one of those jokes you did on the fly and stuff. Oh, no. It was because you call those... I forget the name of them in Quake, but you called them John Travolta's. Another John Travolta coming towards me. And she's like, John Travolta? What the fuck is John Travolta? Shamblers, there we go. Yeah, she was actually pretty impressed with that, so... Yeah. But then she doesn't... She's one of those people... Like, she's not a gamer. And to be fair, she actually, through all the years, I told her, look, there's one thing that I actually really like to do, and it's streaming. Because, it's relaxing. At the end of a week or something, I like to just sit down but she lets me, she doesn't get pissed if I stream. I don't stream all the time, and if I can't, I don't. If I have to take care of my kid or whatever, I don't. But she lets me stream. And she understands that it's my way out to, release stress from the end of the day. And at the end of the day, too, most of the time, when I go into a stream, it's usually not daily, the what's happening in the world. It's conversation around games or something else, which I really appreciate. No, especially during the Quake. Like I'm not knowledgeable at all in terms of like the Quake packs. And, like I know a bit more now because of you, but I don't know. Like the community. I have no clue. Right? I really don't know. All right, that's done. This was done. What is fucking playing? Oh, it's that one. Why do I hear that? Why did I hear that TV through like fucking 10 walls? Okay. I missed one part of the game where I think you can get the detonator and you can beat Machenko like in one move. I only got one of the two things. So I'm actually going to have to fight him, which I don't know how good that's going to go, but hey. Hey, let's break a wall. Watch. Like that's not going to make any noise. Like, you know, why not? Is there anything here worth a hoot? All right. I could go through down there, but do I want to? That is the question. Well, I have to investigate this part here first, so let's go. What's in here? It's another office. Let's hack. Well, this is one.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access granted.
All right. Netbook, apparently. This came out in what, 2016? Yeah, 2016. Netbooks were starting to die out. What the fuck did I pick up? I picked it up to like destroy, and I have no clue what I picked up. And I don't know. I don't think I need all of that, but hey, I picked it up, and my inventory is full. What do I need? I need EMP grenade, frag grenade. Yeah, concussion grenade. I don't need. So that will go here, and that will go here. All right. Let's have a pickup. Yeah, they are actually. I was thinking at one point, Storm Surge is active, execute orders. I was thinking of getting one at one point for like daily stuff, but so I had Max for the longest time because I used to like the programming aspect of it, because the Xcode used to be really, really good, and not just for like programming for Mac. But it used to be really good because I used it for school mostly, and Xcode was amazing. You could do C++, you could do Java, it had a compiler for a bunch of different things, so it was really good for school. And then they decided to strip out. Well, first of all, at one point they made Xcode available only for people that have a developer account, which was stupid. Then they made it free again. But it stripped down like pretty much anything that was like, yeah, well, I mean, it's free at the end of the day. But I mean, it's their ecosystem. It's an app store. I mean, I get it. Well, technically, it's not the app store. It's the Mac app store. And but I could understand why they're doing it there. I do understand. Actually, the one thing that's the thing I was gonna say. Oh yeah, that's stupid. Um, the um, the thing that was really cool. So back when I used to develop games, oh no, sorry, when I used to develop apps for the iOS and for Android, um, the um, the emulator for so basically they used to use back then. I don't even know if they use this anymore, but back then you used to use Eclipse. And I think now it's their like own version of Eclipse that they made it into so that you can develop all the stuff. But back then it was like the Eclipse compiler or whatever, and then you used to download the extensions to make it work for Google for Android. That was atrociously painful. iOS would just freaking you run an Xcode, great. You register your actually you can make your phone into a developer phone, which was fantastic. You test your stuff on your phone, test your stuff in the emulator. You're good to go, and you're great. And there was like 5, 6 sizes, right? You know, you had the various like iPhones, and that's it. Android, you have like freaking 500 of them. So like programming, it's really a pain. And on top of that, the one thing, so that's the one thing that's really good about iOS. What sucks about iOS is that there's a new SDK every 6 months. And then at one point you have to run your code on the new SDK and fix the bugs so that you can upload it so it works on newer versions. So if you're somebody that produces a lot of games or a lot of apps, on a yearly basis, you have to always update. Now there's a way around it. You don't have to be on the store. You can have your own place where you download the app. You could do that, but it's a bit of a pain. So there are workarounds, but it's not fantastic. No, those guys are waiting for me. There's ways around it. They don't recommend it, and they kind of threaten you, in a way, by saying, "Oh, you have to put it on the App Store because it's security. It's higher security and stuff like that." But technically speaking, you can upload your app into an SFTP. Download it onto but the thing is, it's not universal, right? So it's and technically you could charge for it, and you're outside of the ecosystem. But I mean, it is what it is, right? It's cheating the system in a way, but at the same time, if you don't need the store, what's the point? Especially if you're building like proprietary apps that are not for everyone. They're customized for certain clients to do certain things internally. You don't need to put it on the App Store. There's no point. Is it gonna light up? Storm Surge. Celebrating the end of the war, the villagers dance the horse as a silent witness to the ignorant bliss. Slava's Trojan worked. We now have complete control of the building security and defense network. We are close, brothers. We are close. Damn you. We are close. Yeah. So, I kind of got out of the... I got out of the development side of things a long time ago. I really like to program stuff for myself. No, I love programming and developing the software, architecting it. But to do it for somebody else, I lost interest in that a long time ago. Why do you have virus software inside of a cooler? That makes no sense. Anyways, that's besides the point. Alright, so that was this. That's a nice little room. Can you read anything? No way. No, you can't. So this is such a weird So the controller is a mash between an N64, an Xbox 360, because the buttons for the letters are for the 360. The left thumbstick is for that. This one, I don't know where that comes from. The D-pad. I guess they think I'm gonna be dying soon. Is there anything else here? There's a laptop there.
Copy that. Copy that. Confirm.
Shit, I didn't realize I got...
Mark online. Proceed.
Fuck.
Target's here!
Oh, that's that. There's an entry there. I didn't fucking realize I was gonna do that. Fuck. Alright. Let's try and crack this thing. You know what? Let's not. Because I don't feel like it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my hacking thingy and I'm gonna hack it. And hack away. How was your week, Kenny? I saw you stream a couple of times. Yeah, let's go back to having that. Is that the turret that I had before? That is so stupid. Anyways. Okay, so I went in that one. I did that part. I did... And there's a thing here. Did I didn't come in here. Well, that's stupid. I don't need a Ropazine. I always fucking do that. Shouldn't be surprised that a bunch of paging, filtering, and editing turned into a rabbit hole. Yeah. You know... Why does that shine? I don't understand why that shines. Also tripled my score in Mars Matrix. Yeah, I saw that. Congrats. I'm getting ready to lose followers as soon as I finish Deus Ex. So did I do this? Because every time I do this, I remember, and I distinctively remember, I was just about to get affiliate. I think I was like at 45 followers, and I ended up losing like 4 or 5 followers. I ended up going back to 40 at that point. On one hand, I expect it to happen. On the other hand, it will attack eventually once more. It's a hard place to go. So I consider myself a variety. I don't hide behind the fact that I don't. It's rare that I play the same game twice. Deus Ex is the first real game that I play through, like a long game that I play through twice. I'll play retro stuff more than once, like hockey and stuff like that, but that's different. But to play like full-on games, yeah, it's rare that I play the same thing twice. To be fair, though, so I can see where people are coming from for your channel. I do see the appeal of what you're doing for Quake, because it's really cool, because you play the pack, you go through it, and then you give your thoughts on it, and after you read the comments, which is fantastic. On the other hand, I did like when you did 2020 hindsight, where you played a different, like all the games that you wanted to play forever, and then you know what, you play those games like on the weekends. I did have that. I did like that appeal to it, but I don't care. I mean, I come to your channel for the for the fun of it, for you. Like I mean, you're fun to watch. So I mean, whatever you do, at the end of the day, don't feel forced to do anything. If it starts feeling like a chore to do thing, like, oh, I'm playing Doom today, or oh, I'm playing Quake, or okay, or whatever, then that's when you start having, like, it shows on stream. What the fuck is this place? I was starting to wonder if Quake was feeling like a chore, which is why I originally didn't plan to do the retro jams. But then I saw how many recognizable names were involved and was like, come on, I gotta play these. They're gonna be good. To be fair, though, it's, considering the amount of packs you've played, there's not a ton that have been like, they suck. For the most part, they've been pretty good. I mean, I don't think I would play them all myself. But, and the thing is, too, like, I'm the type of guy, too, that, not because I don't like to do this. Okay, what's the point of this section? If I play something for too long at this, like, let's say I will play Call of Duty, for the sake of it. I get bored, like, after, like, a month, because that's all I'd be playing, and it gets boring. I like story-driven games because they're kind of, they're interactive, they're fun, and to me, I like watching somebody play those games to see how they would end up at the game. Like, let's say Deus Ex, or how they play. Some people play stealthily, some people don't. They go in guns a-blazing. Well, I had the same feeling. I thought I was going to have the same problem with Gears. Because I played, so I played 1, 2, and 3. Then I got the birth of my daughter. I didn't stream for like 2 months, and then I finished 3. Then I played 4. Then I played Gears, or the 5th one, Gears 5. Are they at 6? No, there's 5. And I thought I was gonna get bored, because essentially the gameplay is the same for each one. But I was surprisingly, like, I really liked it. And especially the fact that they put in enough variety in the last game to make it so that it's really cool. And the DLC is also free. It comes with the game if you have Game Pass. So I didn't have to buy it. So, I mean, I didn't buy any of the Gears. I just played them from Game Pass. Oh, this is another way I could have gone here. Nice. Oh, I'm gonna. Oh yeah, by the way, I never knew this existed. There's actually like a Fallout VATS thing. If you press LB, it's so weird. I never used it. I got it because of one of the things, but I never... Alright. I can't fucking... How many fucking crafting things do I have? I have enough. I should be good. They freaking give you a lot of shit. Oh, this is just, whatever. Okay. Alright, let's hack.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access granted.
Yay! Alright, video network connection, Apex Center. Not all meeting rooms have network access at the moment. The signal on the screens may be sporadic. We're looking into the problem. Thank you for your patience. IT. I don't know if you guys worked with somebody from IT that's been disgruntled for their whole life. I had, there was the first, not my previous job, but the one before. There was a guy that did it for like 25 years, and he was the stereotypical IT help desk guy that was disgruntled about his job, and he hated it. I remember at one point, there was something with there was a problem with my Windows driver, but I didn't have, obviously I don't have admin access back then. So I told him, look, I'm having this problem. It's a driver issue. Can you guys come and update? Yeah, could you Google that for me and let me know what you find out? I'm like, that's not my job. Like, why would I Google my own problem and then tell you how to fix it? It's your fucking job. I could have done it if I really wanted to, but I don't even have the access. So figure it out. And when you figure it out, come back and see me. The first time when it was like the first month I was there, I didn't really do that. But when it was like a year, it was like a year or two in, I was like, yeah, I told my manager, look, I'm going to tell this guy to go to hell because he's asking me to resolve my own problems. And it's not like, just because I have a computer science degree doesn't mean I can fix all the problems on my laptop. I could probably do it. It's just, it's not my job. So, all right. MRC 103, Don McGowan. I missed the convo, but Gears 1 is good. Most of the Gears are good. The Gears 1 is just run and gun. Gears 2, they tried to add emotion to the story. Gears 3, they did the same thing just on steroids. And then Gears 4 was an episode with a to be continued at the end, and then you had Gears at the end, Gears 5. Which I actually really did like. It seems that they like, at one point they're gonna have to cap that series. It's just like they never get the overarching storyline to kill, everything they need to kill. Network is back. Yada yada yada. Okay. Fine. I have 5 praxis points. I should probably put them in something. But nothing worth me, like... I got 2 left. Oh, that was 2? Fuck. Alright. Let's save, because I haven't saved in fucking butt-fuck long. There we go. I didn't think I was going to like Gears as much as I did like Gears. You know the series that really fell off the face of the earth for me, honestly? Like, they went from story-driven game to, like, just basically multiplayer is Halo. Like, they were touting this whole open-world Halo for, like, Halo Infinite. The game is, like, not even 10 hours long. And I did all the side quests. Which was surprising. Anyways, it was just, like, it was super disappointing to me. And I don't play the multiplayer, really, because I don't care. So, yeah. I guess this is it. Well, I didn't pay for it. I got it on Game Pass. I didn't pay for Infinite. It's like the Master Chief Collection. I think I have the first 4 on disc. But Halo Finite. Like, the multiplayer is cool and stuff. What?
Adam, it's me. That pocket secretary in Hong Kong. It went live a few seconds ago. Just long enough to shoot out a message.
You intercepted it?
Yeah, but it's cryptic. Looks like meeting in session. Proceed with delivery. Key 2202.
Okay. This is London. London Bridge. It's actually really nice. What I like about London, they actually brought back the hue from Halo. It's like that yellow hue, where everybody says it's piss hue, whatever, but I don't care. It was nice.
As we consider the importance of this moment on a national level, on a global level, on a humanitarian level...
Nobody drink. The champagne's been poisoned.
But I had it replaced. It's a cuvée de prestige.
You and your guests need to get out of Apex Center now, Brown. Slater's dead. Tarvos is compromised. They've come to stop you. Can you get everyone to the helipad?
Yes, of course. My security team will escort us. But what about the other attendees?
TF-29 will evacuate them. I'm going after the people who did this.
Then you have a long way to climb.
Okay. That was anticlimactic. You have a long way to climb.
McCready, I got to Brown, warned him about the champagne. His security team is getting him and his guests to safety.
Good that. Fucking Marchenko wasn't lying, though. The residential towers are packed solid with explosives. If he uses that remote detonator...
I'm heading to the exhibition hall now to stop him. Get your team started on defusing those bombs. Maybe with a little luck we can pull this off.
Luck? We're both gonna need a shitload of that, mate. I'll see you on the other side.
Santal Rise of a Corpo Nation. Future Vision. By the 2020s, the Santal Group had become an all-encompassing multinational with holdings the world over. Their most lucrative decision was to expand their interest into infrastructure construction and civil engineering, specializing in post-conflict areas and war-torn nations. Santal helped rebuild and rehabilitate critical human infrastructure in the Middle East after the Pan-Arab invasion of Israel. I'm sorry, I'm really tired. They are helping Australia attempt to recover from the civil war that has ravaged that country. However, those projects pale in comparison to the work being done by Santal in the wake of the AUG incident. The worldwide network was perfectly placed to deal with the global catastrophe, and according to most economic pundits, the Santal Group has grown more in the last 2 years than in its first 50 years. This, despite the controversial decision to keep and even increase their augmented workforce. It remains to be seen that the future holds for the mega corporation, whose revenues it if converted to GDP, would rank in its third richest nation in the world. Sounds like California. Blur. Is there anything here? I have another triangle. Yay. I should probably try and get all the triangles at some point, but whatevers. Whatevs. How many ebooks do I have? 51 entries. Interesting. Very, very interesting. Alright. It's funny, it gives you... I don't understand the ending, because at one point you have to choose to either save the people or fight Machenko right away. But if you fight Machenko right away, you lose the people. But if you go and save the people, you fight them anyways. So it's a false choice. Because the first time I played, I went with the saving. And let's see, where am I going now?
You are taking a long time to arrive, brother. I would rather not cause more death today than necessary. But like the good soldier I am, I will do what I must. If you do not stop me, Time is running out.
Yeah. Okay, but you told me to come here. Is it above? I'm lost. So what are you trying to tell me? Something is off here. I'm just gonna get the fuck out of here. This is where I came in from. There we go.
Prioritize the environment, not this.
That was very misleading. Alright, let's save. Let's see how bad I'm gonna be to beat the...
Why have you not come? Is your faith in hypotheticals truly that strong? Apparently not. You have made the right choice, brother. Why should so many die so loudly, when a far more subtle message can be sent? To achieve my mission, I only need Brown and his guests to die. And you, of course. Now show yourself!
I'm right here, Victor. And you're done hurting people tonight.
Yeah. Hurting. Murdering them. Wherein death is the penance of victory for men like us. And I still have one death to wear! You will have to come out soon. After all we have been through, you act like this! Got eyes on the top! Stay there, guy. Improving angle. Yeah.
There's a security hatch somewhere, but I don't remember where it is. Fuck, 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 fuck. God damn it. It's gonna take a while. Hopefully it won't be too bad. This is where you guys see me be really bad at video games.
pain in my side for far too long. Trying to stop me. Trying to stop all of this. You do not see the futility of this endeavor. Perhaps in death, you will realize the truth. Foreman area stuff. Stay there, guys. Keep your head up.
Fuck.
Improving angle.
Okay, I gotta figure out with what I have.
Advance on left. Got eyes on the top. Where are you hiding? I do not like wasting time, Adam James.
Yeah, sure. This is what I was looking for. I don't know where to go.
The long stall. More innocents die. I thought you were looking for a showdown.
There's no way of turning this off, huh? Fuck.
You will have to come out soon.
I'll come out when I want to, butter. Butter. Okay, so let's see what I can build with this. Not much, actually.
Come on out, brother. Let's talk about this. Target the box. Fire out. Something. Go see what he's up to. Rush!
Oh, come on. It's not what I wanted. It was this one I wanted.
On the target.
Because I don't have him at my advantage. This is not how I fought him last time. I'm pretty sure I need...
Stick your head out.
Oh, I actually beat him. Nice. I didn't expect that. I forgot you had to use the EMP and then just hit him in the head.
McCready, it's over.
Santo CEO Nathaniel Brown took to the stage today to praise Interpol and Tarvis security services for thwarting what could have been a major terror attack during his Safe Harbor convention last week. Interpol has confirmed that a group of radical terrorists linked to the Augmented Rights Coalition wired the residential towers surrounding Apex Center with enough explosives to destroy 2 city blocks. As shocking as that fact turns out to be, Brown had only this controversial opinion to give.
We must not make rash decisions based on fear, nor should we allow a vocal minority to dictate our future. The Human Restoration Act is a perversion of all the United Nations stands for. In time, I believe saner minds on the Security Council will prevail.
Strong words from a man with an even stronger bank account. Let us see if his prediction proves true. This is Eliza Costello.
Hey, are you even listening to this?
Live
We won!
from Pike.
Did we?
We completely disrupted their plan. Marchenko, the Orchid, the bombs. We've been under too long, man. Time to come up for air. Take a breath. Janus messaged me last night, said Brown's been lobbying like a champ. He and the people you saved know the act isn't a solution. Picus will talk around it as long as they can, but that thing is finished.
Janus always seems to have the inside track. Except when it really matters.
Miller, right? I'm sorry, Adam. I really did think he was working for the Illuminati.
For a while, we both did. By the time I realized he was innocent. We can't change the past. We have to keep going.
What are you thinking?
How many more plans do they have in motion? How many more soldiers like Marchenko are waiting for the call?
Don't call him a soldier. He was a thug, man. Soldiers have a code of honor.
Soldiers follow orders, too. He was prepared to obey his, no matter the consequences.
Sounds like you're sorry he's dead.
He made his choice, I made mine. Regardless, we want the men behind him. Behind the Human Restoration Act. The ones still out there in the shadows. It's time for me to start pulling them into the light.
Well, now we got names. Manderley and Page. The collective won't stop until we bring these guys down.
Yeah? Well, there's one more name I want to put a face to. Janus.
So that's what you've been chewing on. Look, I'll try, Adam, but I already told you he doesn't like meetings that aren't on his terms.
Then give him a choice. Either he sets up a meeting, face to face, or I find him myself. I think it's high time we met the man behind the mask, Alex. Don't you?
This report just in. Law enforcement officials in Prague have tracked down and captured the bomb maker, whose deadly explosive devices claimed the lives of dozens of innocent travelers earlier this week.
It leaves the door open for a third one in this particular trilogy, and they never did it. I'm hoping the Embracer group is going to start doing something now. Now that they have the IP.
Church of the Machine God. Police arrested her and
They keep saying it's
several of
not
her
dead,
followers
but
inside the cult's headquarters, following an extensive investigation. If you ask me, folks, that is some very good news indeed. A coroner's report released in Prague today offers shocking new insight into the death of Dr. Talis Rucker, former leader of the
hey,
Alzheimer's
Avante!
Coalition.
Welcome to the stream, buddy.
Cause of the doctor's
Been a
death
while.
was the exceedingly high level of alcohol found in his system. No other toxins were present, nor were there signs of any suspicious activity. Sources close to Rucker tell me he had been struggling with alcoholism ever since becoming a public figure. I am sure I do not need to remind you folks that the organization he founded, the Augmented Rights Coalition, has been linked to last week's horrifying terror attack in London. It seems not so long ago that Dr. Talis Rucker was on this very program, trying to convince all of
He's
us
such a
that
big
his
Slayer.
Augmented Rights
That's
Coalition
awesome.
was a non-violent organization. Today, of course,
Did
we
you
are
stream?
all a little bit
Avante.
wiser. It did not take long
So this
for
not a
ARC
raid,
to
is it?
reveal its true colors once Dr. Rucker was dead. Since last week's attack, the United Nations has officially labeled ARC a terrorist
Well, welcome to the
organization.
stream, whoever
As we
is here.
speak, brave
Hope that you
state
guys are having a
police
great
officers
Friday
in the
night.
Czech Republic are raiding ARC-controlled compounds
Oh,
inside
sweet.
the Udalek complex.
Awesome.
Here is an example of
Well,
the
thank you.
science they are encountering.
You guys are awesome.
This is where you have it all wrong. Wrong. Ark was framed. You people, you don't see, you don't realize that Viktor Marchenko was not Ark. He was trying to kill Ark, kill the cause. But he has failed. We are strong, we are innocent, and we will not be used as pawns by rich, scared men who want to make us less than human.
I am sorry, young man, but methinks thou doth protest too much. The Diwali criminal organization is under intense scrutiny this evening for their role in the London attack. Evidence uncovered by Interpol indicates that high-ranking members of the chapter in Prague supplied weapons and logistical support to ARC terrorists. Among those being sought for questioning is Radic Nikoladze, leader of the Diwali's Prague chapter. Sources close to the man tell me, however, that Nikoladze has gone off the grid, and it is unlikely he will ever be found. An indication of guilt, perhaps? Join the online discussion and let us know what you think. News out of Paris today, where a sharp rise in illegal underground publications may have links to a prison escape recently orchestrated in Prague. Last week, Czech state police were holding members of the underground news group Samizdat on charges of disturbing the peace, human trafficking, and media terrorism. The radicals escaped their holding cell, however, and are believed to have subsequently made their way deeper into Western Europe. Shortly after their escape, a radical publication called Silhouette began appearing throughout France. Has Samizdat rebranded itself as Silhouette? I am sure you will agree with me on this one, folks, no matter what name these people go by. There is nothing more dangerous than the spread of false news. Turning our attention now
Wink,
to a more
wink.
colorful story. A recent incident inside an illegal underground drug laboratory has led authorities to the heart of Prague's Neon operation.
So weird.
According to
The
sources familiar
actual
with the new drug,
TV
cases of
screen,
Neon had
it doesn't
more to do with
fit
illegal
in the screen.
distribution methods and criminal ties
Yet it's a
than with
feed from a
consuming the
TV.
drug itself. Make no
All right.
mistake, folks. Neon is illegal, and the dismantling of
And that is it, ladies and gentlemen. That was Deus Ex: Mankind Divided. I don't know if I actually ever did the review for this. She's fake. That was determined in the previous game. She's a hologram. Did I actually? Oh, yes, I did. Yay! All right. So, Seismic Slayer, thank you for the follow. Yeah, my alerts are not working today for whatever reason. Streamlabs is being stupid, but yeah. So I'm gonna do a CG mini review, even though I've reviewed this game. I did a written review when it came out. I've played this, and that's when I played it, and now I'm going to do a segment that I do when I finish playing a game. I do a commentary on it, a kind of review off the cuff of the game, how I like it. This one is slightly different because it's not the first time that I've played the game. If I didn't follow and I wanted to drink more. Oh. Well, that's a nice way of forcing to follow. Yeah, so the way that I normally, well, first of all, I'm going to do, well, let me go back to my main game. There we go. The usual way that my channel works is during the week I play a story-driven game. So Deus Ex, Witcher, Fallout, whatever the case may be. Doesn't have to be an RPG, but it's a story-driven game. I'll probably play it, and then on weekends, usually I try to play. If I do stream on weekends, I try to play a retro game of some sort. I'm sure Avante can attest to this. Even Psych. I've played WWF WrestleFest, so I go that far back. You don't see it right now, but I have my ColecoVision with Atari adapter out. Let me see if I can get it. So this is the my ColecoVision with Atari adapter. It's refurbished. I just cleaned it, made it brand new. The controller is not the original black controller because at the time, so the controller is still one of the original ones that I got. I bought it from a third party, and back then the controller was really known to break. So I wanted to. My brother ended up buying from a third party. It was cheaper than from Coleco directly. And they made it so back then. So my controllers are white; they're not black. But the console still works. The thing is, it's about the weight. It's a little bit heavier than a Raspberry Pi. It's a big body for a very small chipset that doesn't do much. And yeah, I got that a long time ago. So yeah, I'm into retro gaming. When I first started, I was heavily into retro. Now I'm a little bit more into. I do more streamlined. I've kind of tapered off. I used to do written reviews before. I just don't have the time anymore. Kids will do that to you. So yeah. So the review of the game. There we go. All right, so Deus Ex: Mankind Divided. So I played through Deus Ex 1, the original 2000 game. I've played Infinity War, which was the second one. Human Revolution, which was the third. And then Mankind Divided. Human Revolution, Mankind Divided are prequels to the original Deus Ex. So the way Mankind Divided is a weird one. So I do consider it as being a good entry into the series. It's a good entry. Graphics wise, so let's start. So from a graphics perspective, it looks better than obviously than Human Revolution for sure, but it lost its charm in a sense of it had that yellow hue. I know a lot of call it piss hue, whatever, piss color, but it had its own hue, and it had its own feel to it. It had its own look. No, it just felt different. Mankind Divided is more into it's more reality. So when you go into Prague, it feels like Prague, even though it's not a representation of Prague. It's a faux Prague, but it does the job. It's fun. I do appreciate the fact that there's elements of the game where you're in day and some elements that are you're at night. It adds variety, whereas the original Deus Ex was always in dark. The original Infinity War it was always dark, and Human Revolution was it was always at night. So it was night that they changed it up a bit for this one. Looks and feels great. I played this on the Xbox Series X. When I had played my 3 previous playthroughs, it was on the original Xbox One. I have to say, on the up and up, the loading times are a lot quicker. And when I say a lot quicker, it's a lot. I had to wait up to a minute and a half, maybe up to 2 minutes with my original Xbox One. Here, it's like 15 seconds and you're gone. So that's really cool. On the flip side, it's not optimized for the Series X. So it's actually crashed on me 4 times while I was playing. Now, I didn't really lose much of my gameplay because of the crashes, but it does, it does actually crash quite a bit. So keep that in mind if ever you're playing it on the Xbox Series X, or probably even the PlayStation 5, I'm assuming is the same. It's not optimized for it at all. So keep that in mind. The music, it's still the soundtrack. It's still a great soundtrack. Maybe not as good as Human Revolution, but still really immersive. I really, really like the soundtrack of this game. The sounds of the game are really nice as well. I like the banter from the different characters or even non-NPCs when they talk around. The voice acting is really cool. I still say the guy that voices Adam Jensen is still one of the best in-game voices in all of gaming. The one thing that's a bit of a disappointment is the animations don't always go necessarily with the voice, so the lip syncing is a little bit off. But it is what it is. I got used to it with the years. It bothered me more when I first played it, but now it's a lot better. So the sound, so the sound is pretty good. Everybody is voiced really, really pretty well, to be honest. There's a few side characters that they were a little bit more generic, but for the most part, it was pretty good. Overall gameplay, it plays in a similar fashion to Human Revolution. There's a few quality of life improvements. I don't remember where they are, but I remember like jumping from Human Revolution to this one. It's easier to go from Human Revolution to Mankind Divided than go Mankind Divided back to Human Revolution. But it's fine. They both play really, really well. You can have the classic layout for the controller if you have a controller, or you can play on PC. Or you can play with keyboard. I think you can still play with keyboard on the Xbox Series X, but I'm not sure because I never actually hooked it up. But still, it's working. All in all, I think it's a strong title. The story is engaging, but at the end it kind of falls flat in a way, and it kind of finishes on a to be continued, as you guys saw. It kind of finishes on to be continued. You're expecting a third game, and that third game never materialized. It's not. They didn't even work on it. So I don't know what's happening. I know since then, Eidos Montreal or Eidos got bought off by the Embracer Group, and I hope that they do something with the franchise. They keep saying that sales for like Deus Ex are disappointing. I don't know what they were expecting. To be perfectly honest, I mean it's you know, yeah, I don't know what they were expecting. It played really well. I bought it day one. I didn't pre-order it, but I bought it day one. I had and it was in the middle because it got delayed 6 months. So it was supposed to come out in February, and came out in August of that year, 2016. And yeah, the wait for me was worth it. The gameplay is about 40 hours, more or less. If you do the side quests and everything together, 20, well, no, 30 to 40 hours, depending on how quickly you go through it. It's worth it. There are DLCs for this game. There's one that's better than the other, but the one that's really good makes up for the one that sucks. System Rift looks like, and I was talking to, I forget who it was earlier. What's his name? Brovo 1 Alpha. Basically, System Rift looked like it was a side mission from the main story that they took out, and they just made a DLC to make it a DLC and charge more. And then A Criminal Past is the way a DLC should be made. It's a prequel to the game of basically what happened right before Adam Jensen started this game, where he was. So it's a story that takes place in a prison. So you get to learn a little bit about the past and his trivials, and basically the idea behind it is he's explaining to the psychologist what happened, and you're playing out that story as he's explaining it, which is actually pretty cool. But that's the way a DLC should be made. And also, it makes sense that they rip you off of all your augments, right? So in Criminal Past, they kind of remove all your augments with reason, because you're going in prison. So they scan you, they remove they remove the functionality of your augments when you go into the prison, which makes perfect sense, right? It's plausible that they would do that. Whereas System Rift, it looks like it's in the middle of the game, and then they just ripped off all your augments, and you're like, yeah, you're back to square one. Which for when System Rift actually takes place, I forget where it is, but it's in the middle of the game, and at that point you would have like at least a good chunk of your augments like upgraded and stuff, and they remove all of that, and you're kind of starting back from scratch. I understand why they did it, because the DLC would be way too easy if you had your augments, but at the same time, it's kind of it's not very fun, because you kind of get there and you're like, okay, I have to start from scratch, which really sucks. But all in all, I mean, if it's a great entry in the series, I really hope that they do come out with another one. I really love this world, and the thing is, what I love about Deus Ex, the Deus Ex world, even though the first Deus Ex was technically like an open world that was supposed to be even bigger, and at the time it was groundbreaking at the time for storytelling and so on and so forth. What I like about Deus Ex is they kind of took a full open world approach, where, yeah, it's an open world, but it's not like a Fallout where you can do anything anytime or whatever. There's a certain linear aspect to it, but you can kind of move in the world and explore it the way you want, and it gives you just enough reward for exploring, where it doesn't feel like overbearing, like Fallout 4 or Fallout 3 or even New Vegas, the Fallout series in general. You kind of feel like the world is huge, and you're kind of like, okay, do I have to do all the side quests to level up before I actually continue the main story? Fallout 3 is a little bit different from that. Like, you don't have to do the side quests to progress in the main story. But at the same time, it's kind of how New Vegas and Fallout 4 kind of, or even 76 for that matter. So it's very pro, like, side quests. technically you don't have to do the side quests, especially if you're doing Game Plus. You don't have to do the side quests, but they're fun to do. They're different. There's not many. It's not like Ubisoft where you're doing a side quest and it feels like you're doing the same quest over and over and over again. The side quests are varied enough and they have enough thought behind it to do like they feel different. It's at one point you're killing a drug cartel. You're starting a drug operation. Next time you're going to Palisade Bank to go hack something. The next time you're going into you're doing something completely different. You're going to a rave. It's varied, and I really really appreciate it. And it doesn't feel overwhelming. You can easily play if you're rushing through it, which I don't suggest, especially if it's your first playthrough. If you rush through it, you can probably finish the game in a good 20 hours. I'm not saying speed running, but going through the motions and not, because I read everything and I read all the computers and I hack everything and whatever. It takes me a little bit long time. But if you go through it, you don't care about the achievements. Yeah, you can 15, 20 hours. You can probably get through the main story. But I really appreciate it. I really love this series. I can't say enough things about the series. Infinity War is probably the weakest of the whole bunch. It had some okay ideas, but for me it fell flat, like really, really flat. And it's the story. It just didn't. I just don't. I didn't like it at all. It didn't. The thought. It didn't. It's as if they didn't put as much thought into it as other games. So yeah. So that's Deus Ex: Mankind Divided. If you want to watch more reviews like this, you can go to my YouTube channel at Corporate Gamer. I also post on aroundtable.ca where we do TV, music, and movie reviews. We have a YouTube channel with Roundtable, so you guys should subscribe there as well. But if you want only gaming related stuff, which is basically my streams and these reviews, I was going to try and do a CG happy hour podcast. I just haven't had the time. I've set up everything. I have the graphics for everything. I set up my actual Streamlabs to do it, and I just didn't have a chance to start it up yet. But I hope to start it soon. It's gonna be basically shooting the shit. It's not going to be like gaming specific all the time. I'll be talking about different things or what I'm interested in at that particular time and having a beverage at the same time. So, all good. All right. Done the review. All right, guys. So how you guys doing? Hope you guys had a good week. I don't know what I'm going to be playing next. I had a few games in mind. I'm not going to play Human Revolution. So I'm going to uninstall it. Whoops. Yeah, install all. I'm not going to play Fallout. Don't worry. There's one game that I wanted to play, which apparently is super boring. But I'm curious. Okay, can somebody explain to me, first of all, what is the fucking point of playing Stray, which is basically emulating a cat, and all these fucking simulator games that are coming out? Farming Simulator, PC Builder Simulator. Like, seriously, if I want to do those things, I'll go do them. I don't need a game to mimic those. Anyways, the only sim ones I really like is there's 2 Point Hospital, which is basically the equivalent of Sim Hospital. It's the spiritual successor. I watched I think it's Nerdy Netty, I think, that was playing it. And okay, like I don't see the appeal. It's like people playing Animal Crossing. It's really popular, and I have nothing. Like, if you find it really fun, it's great. It's your jam, great. I just don't understand the appeal of it. I really don't. I rather play like a game for like 10 hours, get it done, or play a longer game that's 40 hours and get it done. That's story driven, that whatever. I feel like Animal Crossing is a pooper game. You play it when you go take a shit. That's basically it. Um, and the simulator games, I just not in general. I'm just not. Yeah, it bugs me that Strays gets tons of good reviews and they were just vapid. You're a cat. 10 out of 10. Herp herp. Well, the thing is that I look at reviews with a grain of salt, and that's kind of the reason why I stopped doing written reviews in a way. And when I did do my reviews, especially like the last year or so, I stopped putting a number on it, like 6 on 10 or 8 on 10 or whatever. The difference between me doing a review and IGN and stuff like that, they have to do a review when it comes out, and yada 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 and whatever. It's rare that I play a game right out of the gate. Usually I play a game like I played Cyberpunk a year after. I've played Assassin's Creed Valhalla. I played it right out of the gate. It's one of the few. There's games that I have played out of the gate, but I haven't necessarily streamed, and I didn't review them at the time. I only review them when I actually stream them. And the idea behind it is I was always under the impression it's impossible to fucking play Fallout 4, get to the end with a week. Like, it doesn't make sense. You can't finish that game. So I'm convinced, like, a lot of these reviews, they didn't play the full game before they actually... Because a lot of the footage, if you look at the footage that they get, it's from the beginning of the game. It's not even, like, towards the middle or whatever. Oh, it's because they don't want to ruin it. Bullshit. You didn't fucking play it. So they base themselves on the beginning of the game. The reason why I play the game and then I review it, and you guys see me play it, is that I'm actually playing the full game. You guys see me start the game, you see me finish the game, and then I give my honest review about that game. Yeah, the thing is, like, Cyberpunk was one that's like everybody's like, oh, it's great, it's blah blah blah, and then the launch was botched, right? It was a horrible. Now I did like Cyberpunk for all its flaws that it had. I really liked it, but still, it's kind of like you're a cat, and then for some reason you get a robot, and then you get tons of dialogue. But yeah, exactly. Oh yeah, I wasn't a big fan of it. Yeah. Now, there was some game that was widely different in the late game that reviews didn't cover. Well, yeah, exactly. Now, I know that not everybody stays for my reviews or stays for me playing the game. Some people, like, I know, like, Psych loves me when I play Deus Ex. And I'm not the type of person that's going to play, like, the same game over and over and over and over again. Like, a Call of Duty channel or, I'm not that kind of streamer. But that's the thing. Like, it was more of a thing before. I do feel like it still exists, but it's not as bad. But people follow you for a certain game, and I said this before. I think a few streams ago. I think you come to the channel. The game is the gateway to the channel. You stay for the host. You don't stay for the game. Because if, let's say, you've played Deus Ex like 875 times, me playing it, chances are there's not going to be anything new that I'm going to be adding to adding to the conversation. But if you play it, if you come for the day and then you stay, if you follow, you stay for the host, right? Like Kenny is an example. I was looking for somebody that was playing an old school game. I think it was Heretic at the time that you were playing. And I ended up watching your streams offline. I found them, I think it was on demand. And then I found them. And then I subscribed to your channel and I started watching it, right? It's because I liked you as a host. I think you were engaging. And that was way before you had like graphics and everything. You were just playing for the fun of it and whatever. Avante, I started playing. I never play League of Legends, but I got into the channel for Avante randomly. I literally just chose a random channel. I fell on his channel and I loved him as a host, right? So I followed and I've been watching him ever since when he does stream. Psych was the same thing. Psych was League of Legends as well, but I think I followed Psych through Avante. There was Death by Cows. So Avante opened the door for me for Psychosis, Death by Cows. What's his name? Switchy streams. And there was another one. Phoenix something, I forget. He unfollowed me a long time ago, but I remember watching him as well. But now the channels, yeah. So Switchy. So there's a bunch of people that I started following, and some of them became friends. Luxin, there we go, Luxin Felix. And I've been, I've enjoyed their, and again, I've said this numerous times, and I'm sorry if you've heard this 1,000 times, but I'm not crazy about big channels, because you don't necessarily always follow the chat, or it doesn't feel intimate in a way. There's a few channels that I watch that have a high follow count, and it's hard to follow. And especially some of the bigger channels, you can't even chat because they put like sub only, and I'm like, yeah, you know what? You get 100 subs a month. I think you'll survive. I don't think you need mine. But if there's a smaller channel that actually has, affiliate. By the way, Kenny, for the record, they still haven't taken out my affiliate. I stopped. I just never bothered. So I apologize to anybody that has like a stupid fucking ad at the beginning when they watch my channel. So the story behind it is, I used to be affiliate. Well, exactly. I became affiliate, whatever. Then I set up my Patreon, which I don't push at all, actually. I think I have one patron, but Undrum, which I say thank you to him. Yeah. They, no, they don't. So I got affiliate removed at one point with the expectation that I would never get as many subs, or not that I get a ton, but I wouldn't get as many people subscribing. And, even for my, my Patreon, it's $1 a month, and it's 1, 5, and 10, I think. And for $1 a month, basically, you can subscribe to my channel, which is cheaper than actually subbing every month. But obviously, it's not cheaper than Amazon Prime, because you get one free Prime. But the thing about Prime, though, you get more money from Prime than you get from a sub, which you would think it would be the opposite. But anyways. So yeah, I don't think, none of my alerts actually worked, which is weird. But if you guys are interested, Twitch, oh, they changed my my page. Oh shit. All right. So this is my page. Man, I haven't gone in a while. I guess they must have changed it. Why can't I copy the whole thing? There we go. Copy, paste. There we go. So that's my Patreon. Yeah. So it's Canadian. So it's $150 Canadian, $4 Canadian and $7 Canadian, which I think is 1, 3, and 5 American, I think. In any case, yeah. So to get back to my point, so at one point I was an affiliate, and then all of a sudden, one day I start streaming, and I think it's Wasteland. She subscribed to my channel. I'm like, how the hell did you subscribe to my channel? She's like, well, you have the button. I'm like, but why? I'm not affiliate. And then I ended up realizing, oh, I'm affiliate again. They just flipped the switch. And it's been like a year. And I send them quite a few emails going back and forth, and they never turned it off. So I've had it ever since. I do have one person that subs. McCrack, I think, is his name. I forget who it is, but yeah, I have one subscriber, and I got a few bits a couple of times from Integer as well. So yeah, I mean, it is what it is. I do. Yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna do at some point. Oh yeah, Lake is on Game Pass. I'm gonna download that right now. It's really apparently a boring story, but I'm curious to know what it's gonna look like. It's a really chill game. There's another game as well that I wanted to play was Pac-Man. It's like you have like a bunch of Pac-Mans as well. Let's see. I haven't downloaded a Game Pass Games with Gold in like 3 months. Usually I used to do it all the time, but now I don't know. The UI for this has gone like super long. Like why? I used to like so. This is the main view that you had. Oh, you don't see. You guys don't see it. I'll go back. This is the main view that you've had for a while now for Xbox. Before, at the bottom, so where you see Dynamo 71, that used to be like your pins. You had like a limited amount of pins. I think you had like 5 or 10 pins that you were allowed to put in there, which is fine, which makes sense. You're pinning it to a home page. I get the pin, like you can open up this and you don't want to look at the apps, or you don't want to look at the games per se, or you want to look at your library or the apps per se, and you just want to pin it. But the pin is all the way at the bottom, which I find defies the point of pins. But in any case, what's on Game Pass? What's new on Game Pass actually? Picks for you coming. No, that's not what I want. I think the Mass Effect remastered ones, I think, are not on. They used to be on Play. Yeah, the Legendary Edition. Yeah, so it's actually on Game Pass. That's actually pretty cool. Cool though. Dragon Age Inquisition 2. Yeah. I do still like, and I guess this is me just being used to it, I still like having the Xbox look and feel to it than the PlayStation one. But I have to admit that there's some things that are not exactly... I have to admit, Crysis was fun. I really have to admit, Crysis was a fun game. I didn't think I was going to like it. I played the first one, I played the original game, like the not remastered version. And then the 2 and 3, I played the remastered version, and it was really worth it. They really did a great job, especially on console. It looks phenomenally better. Probably if you played it on PC, the gap is probably not as big. But yeah. Bejeweled. Bejeweled 3. Yes, I want to play a phone app on my Xbox. You know what? There's Quantum Break, which I should probably play. I've never actually played it. Okay, let's see if it's show all. So what's on Game Pass? Anthem, the game that nobody's playing. Yay. Army of Two, which I own. The Ascent. If you guys haven't played The Ascent, great game. That's a stick shooter, but it's tough. It's a tough one. So if you guys are into like a little bit games that are a little bit tough, you play with that. That's gonna make you have some nightmares. Assassin's Creed Origins is fun as well, but again, it's a Ubisoft game. I find Origins was very, very repetitive. I found Odyssey is probably the best of the new trilogy that came out. Valhalla is just fucking like way too verbose. Like there's way too much in there. And the story finishes and the game never finishes. Like the story finishes, but then it doesn't really finish. And then you have to do an actual part at the end, which is like stupid. I never understood what he asked you to do that. If you want a twin stick demo, Survivor Online and full game is supposed to be like roguelike. Oh, sweet. Nice. Yeah, like all these Battlefields, I never got into them. I just can't. There's one game that I was surprised that I really like. It's kind of a puzzle game. It's kind of like in the it's called the Turing test, and it's basically a puzzle. You're stuck in the premise is that your crew, something happened to your crew. You're the only one that survives, that wakes up from the slumber, from cryogenic sleep or something along those lines. And then there's the whole thing that you're on a ship, and then the ship is, I don't know, it has a safety mechanism apparently, where you're solving puzzles to get through the ship, and then to realize at the end that there's a twist and stuff like that of what really happened. But it's basically like puzzle solving. It's actually really fun. If you like puzzles, that's a really, really fun one. It was, when I got it, it was free for Xbox Live with Gold, but I think it's on Game Pass as well. So yeah. Dead Cells is fun too. I haven't played it on stream, but I played it a bit. It's fun. Destroy All Humans is on. This is not the remastered one though, right? I don't think so. I would have to play Dishonored at least once in my life. I haven't. Doom I played. Doom 2016 and Doom Eternal. Doom Eternal, I have to admit, is really fun. It's tough, but it's really fun. There's parts of it that are like, what the fuck? Even on easy, it's not easy. I didn't get the DLC for them. Maybe I should get that. Elder Scrolls, it is what it is. The Evil Within, that's another one that I was thinking. Fable, I've never played the Fable series. You know what I was thinking is, like, now that Xbox owns Fallout 3, Fallout 4, they own Bethesda, the DLCs for the old games should fucking come out. Like, seriously. Far Cry 5, I played the first 10 hours. And then I was like, and this was my fault. I had just finished playing Odyssey, Assassin's Creed Odyssey. And then I jumped into Far Cry 5 because it literally got released after I finished the playthrough of Odyssey. And then I was like, this is literally the same thing as I just played, but instead of playing with swords, I'm playing with guns. It's the same gameplay. The missions are the same. It's fetch quests. And I was like, yeah, you know what? I'll play it later, and never got back to it. I should probably finish it at some point. Fusion Frenzy used to be fun on my original Xbox. Yeah, so Gears 5. So they only have 5, yeah. I didn't play Judgment. Maybe I should play Judgment at some point. So you have the original Gear. You have Gears of War Ultimate Edition, which comes with the DLC. 2, 3, 4, 5. I played that 2 years ago already. Holy shit. Man, time flies. Holy crap. Goat Simulator. Well, that's a fun game that does absolutely nothing in life. Grim Fandango is a classic. Infinite, again. eh. It was better than 5, but but I should probably play the Master Chief Collection. I remember the first 2 games, there's a couple of missions where I was like so annoyed by them, I said I'm never going to play it again. That's why I'm hesitant to play them again. But I played them all upon release. Hey, Madden 21. Nice. Mass Effect, Mech Warrior. Those used to be fun games. I don't know if they're still fun. I wanted to play Minecraft at one point. Just the building stuff. NHL 22. Why would you download 21 if you have 22 that's there? Anyways. Oh, Ninja Gaiden Sigma 2. Okay. The Master Collection is on Game Pass? Wow. That's surprising. Peggle was fun. Perfect Dark was an experience. It's a fun game, but it's weird. For those that watched me play it. So I don't know if I'm going to play Perfect Dark 0 at some point. If that new remake ever gets redone. At this point, I don't know. Prey is one that I really want to play. I haven't played it. Which, by the way, I've played, in case you guys don't have, you have an old Xbox. You don't really need it, but it's fun. If you have an original Xbox or you have, well, you can play it on anything, but if you have an original Xbox and you pay the Xbox games and you don't have an Xbox One, Series X, you can actually play the games in the cloud. The games will automatically play in the cloud, and the latency is actually not that bad. I've been really, really surprised. Like, I've been playing my original Xbox, which is horribly, slow, and it plays perfectly fine. So it's something to think about. Rise, Son of Rome was fun. It's by Crytek. Short, kind of like Assassin's Creed Light, but very, very linear. It's literally do point A to point B and then you're done. It was fun, but it was a little bit short. Sea of Thieves, not my thing. Shadowrun, that should be fun. I remember playing Shadow Complex. That was fun on the 360. And then they remastered it, apparently, for the one. And I never played it. But I own the original one, though. Shadow Complex is really fun. But I never played it properly. I just ran through the game. Don't tell me it doesn't exist. They don't have it? Oh, it's because I'm searching on Game Pass. That's why. Yeah, it's not on Game Pass. Yeah, it's fun. It's weird because it's if you just run through it, it's okay. But if you get the side stuff, the side mission stuff, and the all the different things that are hidden and stuff like that, it's the secrets. It's actually pretty fun. It's a fun game. 2 Point Hospital, which is fun as well. It's the spiritual successor to Sim Hospital, and now they have 2 Point Education or 2 Point School or 2 Point University, something along those lines. Unpacking, which apparently is very fun. I'm actually gonna install it because I want to play it on my own. Apparently, you're unpacking, but I don't know what the point of the game is. If I want to move and unpack, I'm just going to packing. Yeah, unpacking is on it, yeah. Oh, okay, cool. Nice. Yeah, I've heard good things about it. I just never played it. I just saw a couple of reviews. about it, but I never really looked into it. Wasteland is another one. Apparently this one's really difficult. But apparently Wasteland 3 was really fun. So we would see. Wolfenstein series is really fun. I really enjoyed it. I don't care what people say about it. Dawson developed both. I think Jeff Van Dyke and did audio music. Oh, sweet. Yakuza series is all on here. Zuma is on here. I don't know why. Zuma and Zuma Revenge. Yeah, let's put let's put. Actually, speaking, since I'm here, let's go get Xbox Live with Gold. Let's go and see games with Gold. What's this month? Relica. Why can't I get the full? No, that's not what I want. Oh, there we go. So, Relica, okay, let's download it. It's free with Xbox Live with Gold, and I own it, so. It's going to download it, because it downloads automatically, which is stupid, but. Free. Beasts of Maravilla Island. The art looks fun. Let's get it. Why not? It's gonna be in my my inventory. Why not? Oh. Oh, 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 oh. No, that's not what I wanted. Hey, boy. Well, you did Devil May Cry. I mean, it's similar to that. It's a little bit longer, obviously, but it is what it is. You finished that, so I'm assuming. I remember Torchlight being really fun. Although I played it on PC. I downloaded it for the Xbox, but I played it on PC when it came out. It was fun. It's a long game. I know Bumbling Gamer, which is he used to be Engineering Gaming Nerd. He loves the Yakuza series. But there's so many games to play now. Like, it's not like before where it's like, you know, there's so many games that come out. I can't in my right mind play everything. The only thing that the only thing I can't, like, the only thing that streaming did for me is force me to finish the games. Because what would happen is I would play halfway through the game. Like Witcher was like that. I played the halfway through the Witcher, and then something else came out. I started playing that, and then I forgot about a Witcher and never played it again. It's only when I streamed it I actually finished the game. Series is brilliant. There's just so much side questing. Yeah, it looks really fun. I might actually play it at some point. There's so many games that I want to play. Like, it's not even funny. Like, even in my backlog of games, like, I have 214 owned games. Games with Gold, I have 148. Plus I have Game Pass, plus I have EA Play. In EA, you have access to... I don't even remember what all these are, but I didn't see half of these before. But the thing about EA, a lot of the games are like, meh. Like, you can play Mass Effect, which is fun, which is fine. But, like, there's a lot of games that are like, meh. If you're not a sports fan, forget it. If you're not a racing fan, forget it. It's kind of weird. My games that I own, voila. I have Odyssey on CD. I still say Greedfall is one of the best games I've played in terms of story. It's not everybody's cup of tea. It has its issues. It's from Spider. It has its issues. It's probably the best game from Spider. But the story, I found the story really freaking interesting, but it does feel repetitive. Like every fight you're doing is pretty much the same thing. The Metro series is phenomenal, and Metro Exodus was fantastic. It was so fun. You feel for the characters, and I ended up, because there's multiple endings, and I got the good ending. And it was very, very rewarding and fun. It's similar to Deus Ex in a way, not in terms of like, augments and stuff, but it's a full open world where you can go navigate, but the story is pretty linear. And the way they did it is, instead of having like, the underground tunnels where you go from point A to point B, which is basically Metro 2033 and Metro Last Light is like that. Metro Exodus, it's kind of like you finally get out of the tunnels and you go into the world, and you have a winter section, you have a fall section, you have different areas. You finally get out of Moscow or Russia. It's really fun. It's really impressive. I haven't played Rocket League in like 5 years, so we'll skip that. BioShock, really, really fun. Can't wait to play 4. I don't think I played BioShock Infinite on stream. I should probably play it. I tried to get back into Fallout 76. I just can't. Sorry. This game, Aaliyah, is fucked up. It's fucked up. That's all I have to say. I played the first... I got stuck at one point. It's so weird. There's somebody chasing me. I get stuck. Instead of spawning you before they chase you, it spawns you where the guy kills you. So you keep dying. So I'm stuck. It's so weirdly done. It was so... And the colors will give you fucking seizures. Like, it's so weird. It's fucked up. Ion Fury, awesome game. If you're into Duke Nukem 3D, same engine. Mafia 1 was really, really good. I especially liked the ending. It was really interesting. Mafia 2, maybe not as much. The ending was a little bit to me. I would have to play Mafia 3 to see how it is. The Outer Worlds I really liked. But again, it does have its faults. It's a good foundation, and I said this in my review. It's a good foundation for a second game. Like, they put the groundwork. The animations are great. The world is good. It's colorful. It's fun. But it does feel like there's missing things in the game. And hopefully in the second game they'll nail it, and I think they can easily do it and make it a superior game. Sonic Mania, really fun. Throwback to the original Sonics. Wolfenstein Youngbloods, please stay away from. Wolfenstein, the main series, is fine. Youngblood, ew. They tried to make it into their Fallout 76, and it's not working. You watched the end credits and found the surprise inside. Okay. I did not realize that I did that. And that's a little bit weird. I haven't done that in an hour. Apparently, I watched the credits to Deus Ex and there was something hidden in there, and I got the achievement like now. I don't know why. I stopped the credits. But anyways. That's a bit weird. Cuphead is really fun. Duke Nukem is pretty fun. It's classic. Yeah, apparently. Guns, Gore, and Cannoli. I don't know how many of you guys actually watched me play this game, but that was a fun game. It's a platformer from an Italian... And guys, I'm half Italian, so I'm not going to get offended if it's a stereotypical Italian. The guy eats cannolis for his health, and he has a stereotypical Brooklyn accent for an Italian accent, and he freaking kills zombies. Whoever gets offended from that, like, seriously. Yeah, it's super. So this is... And this is the perfect example of why I used to love games with gold, and I love Game Pass. So, Guns, Gore, and Cannoli, it was free for games with gold 1 month, whatever it was. Downloaded it, played it. I played it for the fun of it. Like, fuck it, it's going to be a fun stream. And then I said, okay, you know what? I'm going to buy the second game. And I bought the second game right away and I played it. It's not as fun as the first one, to be honest. It's the same type of gameplay. I find its story is a little bit better than the first one. They're not particularly long games. Like, you can play through it like in 5-10 hours. But super fun. I love the music in the game, even though I got the MC8 a few times. The graphics are really cartoony. They're fun. Really, really fun game. I really enjoyed it. It's worth it if you like platformers. Not a twin stick shooter, but it is a shooter, and it's a side scroller. It's really fun, and the graphics are really fun. So they did a really good job with that game. Metro, Minecraft, Retromania Wrestling is really fucking fun, but fucking hard. If you guys watched my streams for a very long time, I played WWF WrestleFest, which used to be a game that came out in the arcades in the late 80s, early 90s, along with WWE Royal Rumble. Retromania Wrestling is the official sequel to that game. It wasn't meant out to be that way. It was supposed to be in the spirit of, but the original creators, I forget the details of the story, but the original creators kind of, because they asked permission for certain things to make the game, and the original creators said, you know what, let's make, I give you permission to make a full-fledged sequel. So basically this is the sequel to that game, which is, it's cool. It's pretty fun. If you guys are into the original games on NES for Metal Gear Solid, Unmetal is for you. It's Metal Gear Solid with a touch of, not Police Academy, because that's too goofy, but it has like a comedic side to it. It's fun. It's really fun. Really, really fun. Some parts are challenging towards the end, but it's really, really fun. Video Kid is basically Paperboy, but for the Xbox or for modern consoles. But instead of doing like with Paperboy, you do multiple runs until either you complete them all or you have no more route because they unsubscribe to your paper and you don't do the full week. Here it's a one run. You go from beginning to end. I never actually finished it. I got to 95%, which is almost at the end, and I let go. But it's still very fun. Velocity, yeah. I got it. I forget if it's school kind of execution heavy. At least if you try to get it. Yeah, I saw people play it. It's fun. It looked fun. I just never played it. At one point, I wanted to play. All the Assassin's Creed from beginning to end, but that's fucking long. Like the first, until like Revelations or whatever. What did I play last? Black Flag. I liked it, but it wasn't. It was okay. I guess Rogue was the last one. No, Unity. So I would have played all of them till Unity, and then after that they start the new series, the new ones. But that's long. That's why I've been like, eh. Everybody went, nuts for Beyond Good and Evil. I could never get into it. I've tried it 3 times, and I just can't. I don't know. It doesn't ring a bell with me. One that I wanted to try as well is Comic Jumper. It looked fun. Apparently has issues, but it looks fun. This Contra fucking sucks. Like a modern day version, it's fucking hard. And it's useless. Original Doom. I have Dragon 8. So all of these, a lot of these were Xbox Live with Gold. So Dead Space, I got all 3 Dead Space with Xbox Live with Gold. Dragon Age, I got first and the second one. Inquisition wasn't part of it, but I still got the first 2. Far Cry 2, Blood Dragon, that was Xbox Live with Gold. Heavy Weapon was Xbox Live with Gold. Geometry Wars 2 was Xbox Live with Gold. I Am Alive as well. This one looks fucked up. That game looks fucked up. This one was free. 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 This one was free as well. This one is free. Free, 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 free. Free, 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 free. Free, 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 free. Free, 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 free. Yeah, these are all free. This one I bought. This one is free. 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 Rayman Origins. I think this one was not free. This one I bought, but this one was free. This one I bought. This one I bought. This one I bought. Shadow Complex. It's fun. It's a fun game. Splunky. That one was free as well. A lot of these I've never played because I just downloaded them and played them. Rainbow Six I never finished. Rainbow Six Vegas 2. It's fun. I just never finished it. And Virtual Fighter 5, which I don't know why I downloaded it, but anyways. Yeah, so these are all the games I have, and I own them. So they're mine. The ones that are on Xbox Series X, if you download them, they're not yours to keep, but they're yours as long as you have the game. As long as you have the subscription. Which makes sense. I could agree. That's fine. Yeah, let's see. Let's look at the queue. Oh, I actually did download Lake already. Oh, nice. Yeah, this one I don't care. I don't have to cancel. Cancel. Because I don't care. But Unpacking and Lake actually downloaded, which is actually pretty sweet. Nice. Yeah, it is. Well, I'm assuming. It can't be that freaking big. All you're doing is unpacking. I don't actually know what the goal is. I just remember somebody playing it and said that it was fun. So I played it. Alright, guys. I think I'm going to call it quits for tonight. It's starting to be late, and I woke up like at 5 this morning. So I need to get some sleep because tomorrow I will probably be taking my daughter for some activity because my daughter apparently has an unlimited amount of energy. And she does not get tired. So on that note, I would let you guys go. Brovo 1 Alpha, thank you for the follow, the host, and everything. Really, really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Kenny, as usual, thank you for the support. Avante, if you're still here, thank you for the support. Real Death by Cows, thank you so much as well. Stimp, as usual, thank you for your support. Really, really appreciate it. And whoever followed me off stream, so JJ the Retro and Wastelanderism, thank you for the follows off stream. JJ the Retro, Seismic Slayer, thank you for the follow as well. Really appreciate it. I'm itching closer to that 300 follower mark, which was my goal last year. Never made it. So hopefully this is the year that I make it. Apparently there's a couple of the people that followed me, they got like strikes on their channel. That's why I don't have them following me anymore. I don't know what the hell you have to do to, like, apparently you fart and apparently Twitch is like, yeah. I don't know. Anyways, having said that, if I don't see you guys, have a wonderful weekend. If I do play on the weekend, again, I always say this, but I never end up doing it. I'll probably play a retro game of some sort. And then next week I would start something brand new. So maybe I would be playing. Maybe I will be playing Unpacking, or maybe Lake. We'll see how it is. Lake is very boring, and it'll probably be a very easy game that I can converse with, because it's just delivering packages, and it takes place. It takes place in 1986. So, all right, guys. Have a wonderful rest of your evening. Have a wonderful weekend, and I shall see you next.